we're back.
We're back live at 5 right here on a
I
Tuesday.
know.
Thankful to see everybody out there, all our friends and family who are doing good in Kitsap and beyond.
And beyond.
And we got Jamie and
Chris.
and we're live. And yes, we're live at a spot that we'll talk about here in a minute. But how you doing, Jamie?
I'm good. I was so looking forward to donuts, but Slice had to cancel today.
As you can tell in the background, there is not an apple fritter in sight. And I was told I was going to see how to make an apple fritter, which would ruin me. And yeah.
Well, we will do that another time. So we promised you that last week.
Yeah.
And just didn't work.
It didn't work out.
But we have something else
this
really
is a
special.
show that we've been trying to get on here for quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
And they've got some breaking news, which is going to be kind of cool. But
love breaking news.
Yeah. But first off, how you doing? How are you doing in the snow? How you doing in the...
Gosh. Can it just be June already? I'm so done. I'm so done. We didn't get more. You got more.
I got more this afternoon. I got more last night. I got more. And Coco is faster in the snow. If you ask her, she is so excited. And it could snow more, and she would love it. But thank goodness. Okay, it's been snowing, but it's not sticking. And I know we had a horrible day in Kitsap County last week with hundreds of accidents. And
oh my gosh, I ran into one of the traffic guys from the sheriff's office, and he said, this morning before noon we were over 90 wrecks.
There was some kind of statistic that there's 8,437 ditches in Kitsap County and all but 4 had a car in them. So it's okay. Maybe it wasn't that bad.
Well, and none of
my
them
mom
were
down
me.
in Arizona. It was bad. Okay.
None of the cars and ditches were me.
Yeah.
So or you.
No, or me.
Yeah, you've had your turn at the ditches.
Yeah. But
that's funny.
Yeah, we don't like those things.
Don't like the ditches. Hey, you were in swim this weekend. How'd that go?
Oh my goodness sake. So Sunland Golf and Country Club up there. They're going to start doing live comedy.
Sweet.
And we did our first show. We sold it out. I'd like to thank Mark Knowles and Nicholas and Alex and everybody that put on a great dinner.
It looked like fun.
And the people that were there had a great time, and they can't wait to do it again. I sold a ton of merchandise.
You did?
I did. It was
Are you
crazy,
selling golf balls?
I got I had to apologize to 7 houses on the front side that I hit the last time I was there, and the 6 on the back side. So I gave them all a golf ball so they could go back and look at the evidence and say, that was the guy that hit us.
Yeah, that was him.
Yeah.
Oh, well, as long as you're making up for it.
Yeah, making up for it. So
that's funny. Well, good. Is that something you're going to do regularly?
We're going to do that regularly. It's going to be one of those cool places that does things 4 to 5 times a year and makes a real cool food and beverage kind of a night for them. And I tell you, these people up at Sunland, I'm not going to name names, but there was one table that had 11 bottles of wine on it. And
right on.
They were my kind of people.
Mine.
That was my kind of people. And it was snowing at the end of the show, so they all sledded home. And
wow.
Yeah. So
that's cool. Well, good for you.
Chicken piccata. It was a fun night. So
nice.
Yeah.
So you'll be back up there again and swim.
We'll be back up there. And last night I did a corporate event out at Point Casino and had some fun with them. And it's getting busy again. The live Chris is happening all over the place.
Love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Get Chris out there and busy again.
Yeah, get me busy again. Did you know that my last 5 fundraisers that I've been involved in, the littlest one was 28,000.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah, and so all of them are doing really good, going back to even some of the stuff that we did. So I'm pretty successful right now, putting
way to go
money in the coffers
High
for
five.
The people that need it here in the county. So let's do more of those things. So,
absolutely. Well,
funny fundraisers to all.
Yeah, we mentioned last week Shop with a Cop.
Yep.
August 18th.
Yes.
At the Clearwater Casino. So we're going to start getting information out about that here.
Yeah.
Soon.
And so I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, lots of great stuff going on.
Yeah, and Cops from Wyoming just contacted me. I'm going to do Shop with a Cop for them.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So,
right on.
Yeah.
So you're going to go to Wyoming.
I'm going to go to Wyoming to raise money for Christmas for the kids. So
Sweet.
That's what I do. So,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Sue Rufner says Squim was great. Chris
Sue, thanks for coming out. And just in the nick of time, my bride was able to go, and that was a good move. And there was a double Sue package right there in the front row. That was a little dangerous right there. So you guys
can't beat that.
Yeah, there was some cahooting going on for sure. So.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We're going to make it up to slides on another day, but we're at a pretty cool place today.
Yes, we are at a pretty cool place.
You used to work here, right?
I did. Yeah.
Not in this location.
No, in this location.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and in the Paulsville one to start, but
we're at Brothers Power Sports.
We're at Brothers Power Sports, the Pacific Northwest #1 dealer of everything fun, and we're in the Indian room, which is kind of cool, and we're going to bring in a longtime buddy I love, and worked with his dad years ago, and we first met on a golf course out at Rolling Hills. We're going to bring in Brian Nielsen here, the brother of the Power Sports, and
thanks for having me.
And he's got some breaking news. But first off, we're just going to say, hey, Brian, how you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing great.
Isn't this just amazing that you're around all these toys, and how is the motorcycle world right now?
It's healthy.
It is healthy.
It's really healthy. Yeah, we had that COVID thing going on for the last few years, and we have I'm involved in a motorcycle race series.
Right.
So we do motocross and record attendance.
Isn't that something? Isn't that something? It's the safest way to travel with COVID.
Right. Yeah, you have a helmet on.
Yeah,
you have your PPE on.
You got all that on.
Don't put the paper mask on.
No, they don't work. But
we're not going there. But yeah.
But what we've done is during this time, supply chain has been, have you heard that?
Yes.
Problem, right. Well, we're no exception.
Yeah.
So what we've had to do the last few years is add a few brands.
Let's go down that path, because back in the day when I was this was a toy store for me. It was Honda, Yamaha, BMW, Ducati.
Okay.
Yeah. So and I know as the years have gone and grown and brands have come and gone, what is it now today, and what is it coming to be?
Well, still Honda is our flagship.
Yes.
We started as a Honda dealer in the 60s.
Oh my goodness.
And we're still a Honda dealer.
Oh my goodness. So Grandpa Carl was involved in the original
1949.
Oh my
we were
God.
Incorporated.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we were a Honda dealer in 64. Jeff might be like, no, it was 65. It was right. It was back then.
Back then. Yeah.
And so, Honda was our main brand. And we love Honda.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Sometimes they don't love us, but we love them.
Yeah.
But we added Yamaha in 1990.
Mhm.
You remember that?
I was
Actually, Chris was a really good salesperson.
I bet so.
No, he killed it. Yeah, I remember stories I have a lot of Chris stories.
There's some stories that
actually
that's a whole nother show, but there's some stories.
I've heard stories about motorcycle riding and
there's those too. And I even ride them too. So.
But he was very, very good on the old sales floor.
I've got some awards that were national awards.
Right
on.
That I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought I was just doing good for Kitsap.
Right. Well.
Yeah.
What if you need a backup gig?
Yes, I do.
Side hustle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have Honda and Yamaha.
Yes.
They're kind of our staples.
Yeah.
And then since then we've added Can-Am, which is
nice.
Bombardier.
Right.
So Can-Am, and then we have Gas, which is a motocross brand.
Yeah.
So they do motocross and off-road motorcycles.
Yes.
And then we added Indian motorcycle.
So cool.
So you have to say motorcycle whenever you say Indian.
Yes.
Otherwise you're,
we don't want to be.
No, you have to say Indian motorcycle.
Correct.
Yeah. So we're in the Indian motorcycle room, and so it's very, very cool.
It is really cool.
We have the chieftains, the chiefs. We have the roadmasters. We have 65% of everything we sell is an on-road new or used bike.
65% is on road.
We're an on-road dealership.
Right on.
And so you have Indian motorcycle, and then we have Triumph, which we just added.
Triumph.
So we've been a Triumph dealer.
Just added Triumph.
A little over a year.
Yeah.
And they are a bike with soul, we're so happy to have them.
Yeah. That's the history. I mean, you look back at Easy Rider. I mean,
right,
and the history of motorcycles, and you're
Steve
right there.
McQueen.
Oh my God,
right,
because that was a triumph in the Great Escape.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah,
I'll
whatever.
take your word for it.
Sure,
Somebody's Google check me here and
fact
our
check,
feed
great
stuff.
Chris.
So, but I'm pretty sure that was
Sure it was. But you know what? I saw the cutest little motorcycle out there. Is that for kids?
Yeah.
Sitting out there? That is so cute.
Yeah.
Not on road, I'm guessing.
Well, there's
depends on who's riding them.
So we have the Honda makes a little it's called Granger, but they have a little electric bike for kids. And
electric,
yeah. And then Indian has the small electric bike.
Yeah.
And then Stasic, if anyone's heard of those, they're the ones that, it's like a drill battery.
Yeah.
And kids,
really?
Yeah, they learn how to ride on. They're called Stasic.
My grandkids were racing.
Why don't
little
you
motorcycles.
go out and ride one in here so you can show everybody?
Yeah.
That's the
Chris will
finale.
be right back.
That is the finale. You know I do.
Yeah.
Me and the Honda Cub go way back. There's stories. They're true.
But the electric is taken over. I mean, I shouldn't say it's going to take over.
Yeah.
But it's definitely going to be a force in the next few years.
So does every brand have an electric street bike right now?
No.
Okay.
No. There's some brands that are going into that, and then there's other brands that really don't have any plans to do that.
Interesting.
Yeah, it is. So, going all electric, we don't think that's going to, take over the world. It's very expensive, number one.
Yeah.
So we have to watch the price points. The manufacturers don't want to, have us sell something that no one will buy.
Any motocross bikes doing electrics?
Yeah, there are some off brands out there. And,
are they really?
Yeah.
Wow. Are they competitive though?
Not. They're good, but they're not. They're not a Honda or Yamaha yet. And that's kind of what we're all waiting for.
Yeah.
So once Honda.
By the way, hello to Jeff Blanchard, who used to race for the Brothers Honda and was the only motocrosser to end up in the seats in the Kingdom and then come back for the next race and win it.
No way.
Yeah, no way. Yeah.
Wow, trivia.
Yeah, that's.
He's full of it.
I've got it today. I got my two-wheel fever going on. I'm liking it,
You're in your element.
Yeah.
And Stacy says 1962 Triumph TR6 650 Special.
That's what Steve. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Thank you,
Steve McQueen.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks,
That's
Google.
Cool.
Ta-da. Yeah.
Well, so I'm guessing the electric bike doesn't give you that whole rumble and.
No, that's so true.
No, you have to do it yourself.
I know you're driving down the road, you look at the car next to you.
The electric, that's what it misses. It's the soul thing.
Yeah.
So people want identity. They want, when they buy a motorcycle, you do it not because it makes total sense.
Right.
Sure.
You do it because that's part of your identity. And that is a big part of, you lose that.
Yeah.
Unless you're a true commodity and you want to go to work and you want to get on the ferry and, have a little scooter or something.
And again, that sounds
functionality.
brilliant for the commuter and that type of thing. The work, the guy going in the shipyard or, getting on the ferry boat first and last, first on, first off, so.
Makes total sense.
And
bikes are like shoes. You can't have just one. So you can always have one that makes sense and then one that you have fun with. It's like a car, like a sports car.
Yeah, you know about that convertible U plus. Yeah.
I have a convertible that's been sitting in the garage for a few months.
Yeah.
So bring on summer.
But the motorcycle business has been very healthy, and
that's good.
It's been, it's been a lot of fun the last few years.
And I was going to say probably the Sea-Doo business too, with everybody having to stay home. Boy, let's there's only so much you want to see the people you're living with, so let's get out on the water.
We still have a waiting list. We're selling them in the winter, which is unusual. They're so seasonal, but we're selling them now because the supply chain is not. We don't have many.
Nice.
And there's a big list, so we're rolling through the Sea-Doos and. So I mean, things are good.
Nice.
So you guys do trade-ins, you do repairs and stuff too?
We're full service.
Yeah, parts, service.
So your dealer agreements, you have to sell parts, you have to service the bikes you sell. Yeah. It's part of your dealer agreement.
That's great.
So but our staff here is awesome. We're young. where it's fun. This is a fun place to work.
Yeah, it looks like a fun place to work.
I even wrote my son into coming and helping us out.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
He just graduated from ASU, so he's working with me every day now.
Cool.
Yeah, it's fun.
Keep it in the family.
That's right. It's fun business.
Yeah.
It is. It is.
Well, it is a
business.
family business. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it always has been fun.
Yeah.
Right. That's the number one goal is. Yeah. We want to be attractive. We want to have fun, and when people come in the door, they feel that.
Sure.
Yeah.
And it's light.
Definitely.
Everything's light and fun, and that's how we want it.
Yeah. Perfect.
Super
as
important.
It should be.
Yes.
Well, you were one of the first guests when Chris and I started this show back in COVID, when none of us had anything to do.
2019.
And so
whatever. Yeah. And you didn't have any bikes at all at the time because.
I remember that.
Yeah, you had zero inventory. You couldn't get anything because COVID and supply chain, the whole night. Oh, what a and it's been nothing but a battle for the last 2.5 years with the same thing, hasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we
ship the bikes.
Ship the bikes. That's right.
Yeah, ship them.
Somebody shipped the bikes. Are they still sitting on container ships out in the ocean somewhere?
No, they were. So they were on the docks in Tokyo, literally waiting to be shipped because the containers would come over, but they wouldn't go back.
Right.
So there was that, and then Honda had a tire issue, and fully made side by sides, but they had a tire issue. The supplier of tires. So it just takes one little blip in the supply chain, and it just screws everything up.
I'll be darned.
Well, in the meantime, so when we had you on before, you were talking about an amazing opportunity that you had just kind of launched. So here we are, probably almost 3 years later.
Yes.
And you're killing it out there.
Yeah. So what we do here is, we sell bikes. That's kind of my life.
This is the breaking news segment.
Breaking news.
We've already had one breaking news story, but this one's the breaking.
We're going to build it up a little bit more before we go all in.
I wish I had breaking news graphics.
If you guys know how to do a clip for this portion, we're going to shoot.
That's right.
Brian Nielsen has breaking news on doing good in Kitsap and beyond.
Right.
And this is way beyond Kitsap too. I mean, it's
a regional,
but this is a regional thing. What's going on?
Yeah. So what we're doing is I've been working with the public side. So Circuit of the Northwest, if you remember a few years ago when we did this, it's a public-private project. And so we're on 232 acres of Port of Bremerton land.
Nice.
And we're designing a multi-use entertainment and motorsports facility.
I have a map of it.
and motorsports. And it's like that for a reason. It's entertainment and motorsports, because people always say, "Oh, it's a track." And it's like, okay, sometimes it is.
Yes.
And you're right, but most of the time it isn't. And so what we've done is with the help of the facilities district, they paid for design for this amphitheater. Ooh. So what it is it's 1,000-seat undercover.
Nice.
Wow.
And it's about 18,000 seats out of cover. So it's roughly 20,000 people.
Right. With
concessions and restrooms, and so where you can do comedy shows, you can do high school graduations, you can do rock concerts,
That's awesome.
Beer festivals, like whatever you want to do. It's in demand at the time.
Okay, just hang on just 1 second, folks.
We're building it up.
I know. Did you just hear that? It's going to have an entertainment for up to 18,000 people.
Right.
That goes right in with the Seattle Center Coliseum. Well, it's not
Tacoma Dome. Yeah. Climate Pledge.
It goes right in with the Gorge. It goes. It's bigger than all the White River.
Well, White Rivers are roughly about, it's the same. The Gorge is 25 to 27,000.
Right. Okay, but it's going to go in competition with each and every one of those.
Yeah, that's it will. We'll have a summer concert series. We're not an arena, right? The arenas are pretty tough to make pencil, but an amphitheater that's natural terrain, outdoors. Undercover, those you can make work pretty well.
And if you talk to any band, and we know a lot of bands, there's nothing better than touring summers, and they call it the Shed Series. And talking to Clint Black and just a bunch of guys, they love nothing more than being in people's backyards, and that's where these sheds are. They're not in the normal downtown areas, and that's what made the Gorge so awesome. But as we all know, it's 4 hours
right
and 4 hours back. But
yeah. Well, and even getting in and out of White River,
that one road.
White River's a chore.
Yeah.
It's a 2-lane road.
Yeah.
And, the number one question I get asked is about traffic.
Sure.
And so we will have a traffic management system as well. But
yeah.
the big news, we built it up quite enough. But the big news is we do have an infrastructure commitment from the Port of Bremerton to put in, $11.7 million worth of infrastructure.
Way and what that does, Port of Bremerton, courage of conviction there.
It is, yeah. We're very proud to have them as a stakeholder. So what they will do is put in, the sewers, the power, the infrastructure. Yeah. So to make this possible.
Right.
It's hard for me to go to my
that 11 million goes quickly when you say those types of things too.
Right.
On a facility that size and a property that size.
For sure.
And the location is right out by Amazon and the airport, and
roughly, yeah. So if you pass Amazon and you hit the intersection, you take a right, and then there's some new construction going in there right now, actually. But it's right by the General Dynamics building. There's a couple hundred acres that fall down that hill.
Wow.
Used to be a landfill. Used to be a mobile home park back in the day. But we're going to make the best use of that land.
Awesome.
And for the community and for the region. That's what we want to do. We want tourism.
Yes.
And so we work with the facilities district, and a big thing with them is tourism and economic development, multi-use and innovation. So that's their criteria, what they look for. So they helped us with design thus far.
So multi-use. So what different types of track or track setups are there going to be?
So the track itself is a 14-turn natural terrain road course. That can be multi-use in a number of different ways, from motorcycles to mainly autos. So we can have some spectator events. See, this infrastructure money makes it possible for us to have spectator events on the race, on the track itself.
That's awesome.
And then you curate that with entertainment.
Yeah.
So when you have all of it working together, it's cohesive. So it's not one-dimensional. That's where the multi-use comes in.
And I love the idea of the natural terrain, because I've ridden on like Laguna Seca and numerous tracks, PIR and SIR and stuff like that.
Can we show people or can they see what I'm?
Yeah, they will. If you go over there,
we'll
turn the camera on.
We'll turn the camera right on you.
Is this the NASCAR thing people have been talking about, though?
No.
Okay.
I mean, the NASCAR track, that was back in 2005, I want to say.
Right.
Yeah.
That was a 3/4 mile oval.
Right.
Okay. So to me, that's one-dimensional. Even though you can have car shows and you can multi-use it, but still, when you have an oval track, you really limit who can race there.
Okay.
Mainly it's a stock car of some sort.
Right.
So with a road course and with the amphitheater and the festival areas, now you open up to a whole bunch of different activities. You can see motocross over here. You can see an RV area, different fan zones. You have a hospitality village on race day. You have grandstands, terrace seating. All kinds of things can be going on here. Car shows. You can do Speedway Christmas, in December. November, December, right?
Sure.
Like they do zoo lights.
Yes.
So you can get an FM transmitter, drive around in your car, listen to Christmas music, and they do that. They do that at tracks around the nation. It's something that is done.
Yeah.
And then the track itself is a 14-turn road course, 85 feet of elevation.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
Laguna Seca. When you're up by the corkscrew, you fall down 50 feet. Yeah,
it takes my stomach away every time.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
So we'll have a similar feature here.
Oh, that's awesome.
Turn 12 and 13. So this drops into a canyon. And then turn 14, you come up the hill. And then it levels out on the front straight.
Okay.
So what they've done, and Tilke is the architect here. So they're out of Germany. They do all the Formula One tracks. They're really they're respected. That's who you go to if you want to do this.
If you want, without a doubt, because that's the people you want to get here too.
Right.
Yeah.
You want their stamp of approval. You want their design.
You
they know
bet.
what they're doing.
Wow, that's first class, Brian.
So turn 2, 3, and 4 is a replica of Istanbul Motorsports Park. They just inverted the corner.
Okay.
And then you go back up the hill to turn 6, then down through these S's.
Wow.
Which is like Circuit of the Americas, which Tilka designed as well.
Nice.
And then you come back up the hill, turns 10 and 11, and then you really go up the hill to turn 12.
Wow.
And that's when you drop into this canyon. And this canyon will be what I think the most exciting part of the course.
Wow.
So you'll have motocross over here, like I said, the RV area. It'll be something special. It'll be something that it'll have the FIA. So like Laguna's FIA and FIM.
Yeah.
And what that means is they're homologated. Their design is safe.
Yeah.
Guardrail designs.
Right.
They work for the racing bodies to have events there.
Yeah.
And so that's what we're trying to do here. But there's nothing in the Northwest that has those
at all.
That homologation.
Yeah. I mean, because PIR is not that either. I mean.
No.
Yeah.
PIR.
And, SIR.
And PIR and Pacific Raceways.
Pacific. Yeah.
And the Ridge Motorsports Park. They have their purpose.
Yeah.
We're not trying to.
No. But this just elevates.
Elevates and will make them.
Elevates and it'll make them.
It's a track. Everybody's going to want to. They're going to want to practice on that so that they can bring their good.
I think
Yeah.
visit here, they'll visit the other tracks in our
I believe that as well.
Yeah.
Sure.
So we want to be an event.
We want to be an event.
The private side is a membership.
Yeah.
So kind of like a course.
Okay.
We would join.
Right.
So you get track time,
150 track days a year.
Very cool.
You can
buy a condominium trackside, which
in the Northwest.
So where's that building and construction going? Where are we looking at for
Yeah,
that?
so the private side would be here.
Okay.
This is a guardhouse.
Yeah.
If you make it through,
you can
probably get in.
It'd be a Z50, but yeah.
Roll in right here.
Get my security code on. Yeah.
So this is a 28,000
square foot club.
28,000 square foot. So we could do nonprofit fundraising out there, and Christmas parties and catering and that kind of stuff. So
Can't wait.
we could do our shop with a cop fundraiser out there.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So downstairs we'll have a venue to do
weddings, simulators,
we'll have
Okay.
simulators.
Yeah.
hopefully a golf
simulator.
Oh, yeah. Why not?
Right.
Yeah.
And then we'll have
And then downstairs we can do some different.
So I can lose a googly ball at Track of the Northwest. Wow.
And I see right down here sea stock. So sea stock has been waiting for it. So now they found their next
We
home.
have a beautiful site, which maybe the next show we make a site.
Without a doubt. We will go there next site. Right.
It's a beautiful.
How many?
It's
Probably actually, you know what? I have it.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Is that? Wow.
Yeah.
What size facility is that?
It's a 225 seat theater.
That's wonderful.
Right. So it
That's
has
perfect.
So it has its back.
This was designed
under when we were in
COVID.
Okay.
So
Wow.
we wanted to make sure that theater can still happen.
Right.
So we designed the back wall to open up.
back wall that opens
Oh.
to this amphitheater area.
Right.
I don't know if I have
If I have that rendering,
5,000 people could be out here, for example.
Wow. Cool.
And theater could still be
theater
going
can still be
on,
going on,
doing shows.
Yeah.
show.
So
Sure.
We want to
We
make
want to make
sure that
that
we're a
we're a
steam facility.
Steam facility.
I'll get to that.
I'll get to that.
Okay.
It's a
That's
good
a good shot. We
wanted
wanted
the
the
architecture to
match.
match.
So you
So
see the single slope
single
roof.
slope roof.
See, I love STEM, but I love STEAM. Every
Oh.
STEM should be STEAM.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
beautiful.
So that's really cool.
So
that's
that's
another
shot
shot of the house.
Whoa.
Wow.
This is the
Wow.
28,000
Yes.
square foot.
Yes.
How many people can we hold in 28? What are we talking about? Banquet seating there, or
How many-
600? 600?
I don't know about that much.
Okay, 500, 400.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nodding.
Depending on how we seat it.
It's pretty big.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
Yeah. So
That's the clubhouse.
Boy, that's gorgeous.
we wanted.
So we wanted. blue architecture.
Oh, okay.
Bremerton.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Bob Guy down there.
Bob Guy down
Yeah.
there, amazing.
So
he designed this. They took a real personal interest in us. And
Wow.
we wanted, we wanted lots of natural light.
Well, I love the wing. I mean, the roof, it just,
Single slope.
yeah, everything about that's smart. And talk about, because I know what I'm looking at out there, and you're going to see, you're going to see everything. I mean, yeah,
whole mountain range.
right.
And a great outdoor space too.
Yes, we want a huge patio cover.
Huge patio.
The weather
comes
comes
from,
Yes.
behind this
Yeah.
So this will be protected.
and you'll be trapped. So
Whatever activities going on the track or the festival area.
Doors open on the bottom.
Yes. Yeah. These will open.
Wow.
Nice. So you could do car shows.
That's
down
right.
there.
We wanted to make sure that we could deal with car in the basement.
Okay.
Yes, that was
And then we'll have a lounge. We'll have a wellness center.
Okay.
We'll have
Not a
like a traditional
center.
Be a little bit.
Yeah.
Be a little bit.
Calling the wellness center.
We would call it
Okay.
that. So they'll have like
some treatment
treatment
rooms.
rooms. It'll
We're thinking
it'll have
light
therapies,
therapies,
Yeah.
theta chambers,
Nice.
kind of that new,
Wow.
new stuff.
and then these are
condominiums. Rendering of those.
Oh, man.
So northwest,
How cool is that?
we have a huge problem.
Yes.
Yeah. To get a building
permit
on
on the east side is very
Yeah.
tough.
If not impossible. So we have a lot of members of cars in
Several locations.
Right.
And so they
they can't
find enough places to store cars.
The
Current
current facilities are at capacity.
So we are, I think we're at 43
as of about a half hour ago.
I'll be darned.
So
we've reserved 43 of the common four sizes.
Wow.
And so
we're
just
jazzed to have them. Because these will be
What a great functional condominium.
Open?
right.
Is that open to the?
you'll have a loft.
You have-
Yeah, so.
Oh my God.
Well, because look at the toys that people. Come on, Jamie.
I know.
You got your convertible,
Yeah.
right?
This is a Dodge Stratus.
Yeah.
Amazing.
No.
Easy.
So we want it to be functional. So
Covers the car storage
thing, and then if there's a race,
Yeah.
if
there's a concert,
Yeah.
any type of entertainment going
any
on.
type would be like a suite.
Yeah.
Because then you're
entertaining
here,
it
and then you have a balcony,
here, and then you have a
Right.
and then you're overlooking that
activity, but you're not in the activity.
Yeah.
How cool. This is so cool.
That is exciting.
And
It
then
is.
This is
work that the facilities district made possible. This is a pretty thick plan set, but I can kind of give you the semi exciting.
So we're talking
about you go out highway
For the-
towards Belleville.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you take a right,
and then
it's to
Yeah.
the
is
So it's not
But it's a
old
old
racetrack out there.
racetrack out there. It's not.
no. So the port will be shutting
shutting
that
that down eventually.
Yeah.
So they've
So
rezoned
we rezone
that land.
that
ADA
business.
Okay.
AE.
So that will
So
display
that will
motorsports.
displace the motorsport.
Okay.
And so we
We
operate
operate out there. We have,
we have
we have
150, 200 events
out there right now.
Yeah.
Right.
I have a full
I have a
calendar.
full calendar.
Right.
So the idea is to move
The
that
idea is to move that
Oh.
activity.
home.
All to the new.
Yeah.
So
What
so
kind
like
of
the
timeline are
so
we-
like the top training will be going on.
Yeah,
Right.
that's very
To us and the port and
Right.
and our community.
Right.
So
14
the 14 police agencies that are in West Sound Ebon,
Wow.
we'll give them
a home.
Oh,
Awesome.
and what a beautiful new home.
We have Bay Bridge Fire. We have
We have
we do work with Kitsap Transit.
Nice.
They certify their bus drivers out there.
Yeah.
Continuing education.
continuing
And then
education.
we do several
public.
activities out there.
Well, that's
We have
great.
motocross right now.
We have motocross. We
We
have
have off-road
off-road
motocross.
motocross. We have
Unfortunately, drag racing
Unfortunately,
won't be making the move.
drag racing.
the land really isn't conducive to
Right.
the drag strip,
Right.
which is not good. I mean,
Well, all the elevation changes, drag strips hate
pretty
that.
tough.
Yeah.
You need a straight
You
line.
need a straight line.
The amphitheater here is,
If you can pan down to that, but
this is
this is
Chris's dressing room.
this is dressing room.
That is the new green room.
Me too.
Woohoo!
Dressing too. That's
Yeah,
Chris's.
I like it.
The stage is pretty
the
good
stage
size.
is, and
again,
if it's something that we want to be able to see through, because the track is
Oh,
Blue Architects again, they
what?
kind of took a
personal interest in
when we have a race,
we'll
we'll
have
have
like a
field
field ticket that you can
Right.
buy.
And if you're sitting,
And if
in one
you're
of these
sitting
seats, you'll
and able to be the
actually
action
going
will be
all
going
around
all
you.
around you. We'll have
LED boards that will
LED boards that will be
having the race
like
broadcast.
Oh, right on.
That's great.
Yeah,
We'll have a
VIP.
concert
VIP.
afterwards.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
Yeah, so
Yeah, so
ASM
Global helped in the
design
design
so they
as well. So
they
they
came in with
they
some advice for
came
us.
and I don't design any amphitheaters.
Right,
So,
right, right.
They went ahead.
they went
helped us
ahead
out.
and helped us
So
out.
you need VIP
suites, you need beverage pads,
you need all
you need all
these things that
just these things that we
okay.
Sure.
We're just
Students,
students,
right?
right? We're
Yeah.
notes
and notes and
so
so
this is a product.
this is a product
of
of many
designers
that come
together.
together.
The operations
people came
sure that we're
in and make
doing
sure that
it
we're
doing it right.
doing
Right, right.
Well, it looks
It looks
incredible.
just incredible. So what's your
timeline?
Yeah,
Yeah, so our timeline, it was a lot of it was based on
on the public
activity. So
I've been fighting
for I guess I can say years
now for public
to be involved in these projects.
Right.
And
I
just
it didn't sit right
with
myself or my team
to be operating on public land
as a
private
private
entity.
entity only.
Right.
So think of it as
So
like
think of it as like Augusta
Augusta
National or a
Sure.
high profile
private
facility,
facility.
that would be on public ground
that the public can't access.
Okay.
We didn't really feel
We didn't really
That was
be a long-term
Sure.
plan for the community.
right.
And so what we did
is we
fought
Yeah.
years
fought
to get
the public
involved.
involved.
Sure.
And so late,
And
as
so
of
late,
the last
as of the last couple of weeks, doing this talk is really good
because we
we have the infrastructure commitment,
and then we also have a
market study that came back. 150 page market study that was 13 back with all of this use that I just showed you,
and it came back
like it was like over 1,000 jobs.
nice?
All the
And
multi-purpose, I mean, goodness sakes.
Yeah.
Prior to the pandemic, I was involved with 80 different nonprofits. And I can just see every single one of them. How do we not utilize your facility?
Right.
You know what I mean?
We want to tell you this thing
Right.
is you can't be one-dimensional. In motorsports,
Facilities are backing
into our model.
Right.
We just
happen to have a
happen
to be designing
from the
Right.
ground up with what works. And so the market
So the
study
market
showed
study showed
5 billion
over
in
5
revenue
billion in 30 years.
So that means
the
the market
study
stuff's like
Right.
direct
direct
spending,
spending,
indirect
indirect spending.
So you add
up all of that economic,
it's a big number.
and I think for that community,
For
our community, that makes me feel good because that's
Right.
We're attracting
with
our
our private
we're attracting
side,
people
attracting
to
it's
Kitsap.
Oh,
We've
we
already
have
a member
a member
gene therapist.
that's a gene
Oh,
therapist.
they bought a place in Belfair.
Yeah.
They have a 3,000 square foot shop,
And they
and
live in
they
Seattle.
they live in
and
Seattle,
Denver.
and then they just bought out here.
wow.
So that
So they can be closer to
Yeah.
us.
Some
Right.
people love motorsports. They love
Yes.
their
Their
jam.
jams.
Some people
Yeah.
love the
Yeah.
Some
golf,
people
some
love the
people
golf, some
like
people
to do
do
track days.
And so
our
membership
is
is filling up with people that love to do.
That's incredible.
Yeah. That's
So
great.
that
growth, good growth. I
it's
call
good
it
growth. I call it
We
good
all know
growth
Kitsap's going to grow.
because we all know kids
Yeah.
over the next 20 years.
But let's go for the good growth.
Yeah, let's go for the people that want to be active and,
Yeah.
and involved, and I think it's awesome.
And we're not even talking.
And we're not
about
even talking about the growth in the industrial.
Sure.
park. So we
Well, the growth for everything that's surrounding the whole port of Bremerton. This is a win.
fabrication,
Sure.
craft manufacturing, advanced manufacturing.
Exactly.
I'm really excited about. I'm really excited. About it. I want, of course, everyone to win, but I want the port. They're such a great public partner. I would like to see a good rhythm to their industrial
Yeah,
park.
bravo to the port for
Yeah.
courage and conviction.
That was a big move.
That is a big
And,
move. That's huge news, Brian. I'm
Yeah,
so proud
yeah.
of you.
Yeah, so I'm glad
Yes.
that's like,
I mean, I've been peeking over the fence at this, playing golf with you, and how you doing, man? And, I got some stuff to talk about, but I can't talk about it yet. So.
and there's a lot more coming up.
That's great.
That are
Yeah. So stay tuned to this Doing Good in Kitsap Beyond. We're going to have Brian on throughout this process and the building of this great partnership with the port and with the Northwest. I mean, what a win for all of us to have this in our backyard.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yes, yes,
people,
about timelines.
timeline. I was thinking, was he
Why aren't we
answer that
building
question?
this? Why aren't we
Yeah,
building
right.
I
No,
know. I
I
hear
hear
a
It's gonna be
tractor.
open. Yeah.
Yeah, so
I
if
think I
things,
hear it,
if things go right, I know. So we're going through some land use things right now.
Mhm.
We have to do some traffic mitigation.
Okay.
We have to do
some
noise things. But we're not moving the drag strip over, and we had a circle track that was actually
Right.
approved. That's
Right.
going away.
Okay.
So we have to jump through a few more hoops.
Okay.
But we want to be in the ground this year. So
Great.
Wow.
so if it's June, July, where we can start doing initial grading,
Mhm.
that's what our goal is.
That's
So,
great.
And then will you wait till everything's done, or are you going to open in stages?
well, we can't.
Okay.
Yeah. So the city wants everything done at once. So they want all our uses.
Okay.
Well, we were in this weird, like, are we going to have an amphitheater? Or are we not going to have an amphitheater? It could have
Okay.
gone, private or public-private.
Sure.
So we were
Right.
in this limbo for way too
Wow.
long. So I was always on the public side. I want
Sure.
a spectator facility, and I
Yes.
want to do something great for our region.
Sure.
And so that pretty much was answered with the port's commitment.
Wow.
And so that,
Way to go, port.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
that is, that's going to make that possible.
That's great.
Great.
Mhm.
And then along with that, and your timing, breaking ground,
Mhm.
because Highway 3 can get clogged up.
Yes.
So you have
Mhm.
plans for all you people that commute to Belfair and back.
Mhm.
There are plans in the works
Mhm.
to make that better.
Right. Yeah. Traffic mitigation. I mean, there's no doubt that highway gets jammed.
Sure.
I mean, I see it all the time
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
So like events, like what events are we going to have out there? What's it going to do to traffic? They're all great questions. And, the answers, are we're going to have 3 to 4 motorsports events on an annual basis. They take place on weekends.
Right.
And so 3-4 times a year, it's going to be busy.
Yeah.
And so we'll have to have a plan moving, where are we going to park? What are the shuttle systems going to use? We hope to use some Kitsap Transit,
Good.
solutions for a route that people that come across the ferry, for example.
Yeah.
And then we'll have different routes to the facility.
Sure.
Maybe you have a red ticket or a green ticket, and then that
So-
would put you on a different route.
Sure.
Right.
And then we'll have field tickets that will hold people at the facility. They'll listen to a concert
Right.
before they leave.
Right.
So that just dissipates.
Okay.
And then they'll do it. Usually they do a 2 and a 1. They'll do a 2 one way and 1 the other.
Yeah.
And then flip it when the event.
Every place I go to, you go down to Laguna Seca. That's what
Yeah.
you do. I
Sure.
mean, it's just
The
so
gorge, the
people are
everywhere,
used to
yeah.
that.
And we're planning on, okay, this is important because the events that we have, we're planning a venue of about 30,000.
Right.
Okay. It's not 100,000.
Right.
Right.
So 30,000 is kind of what you shoot for on a natural train road course.
Right.
The project that would have happened in 2005, if it would have happened, it was over 100,000 people.
Wow.
Right.
That's an
And that
issue.
was the NASCAR
Yeah.
thing.
Yes.
That was the yeah.
That's a little bit of a stretch. I mean,
Yeah.
we don't have that road infrastructure.
Right.
So
But 30,000 at a concert, that all dissipates within an hour.
does it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah.
So when my phone rings, I'm just going to forward people to you
to
and
me.
tell them.
Well, that's unless
Oh,
Bert
Chris
gets in an
Larson.
accident. You know, if Bert gets in an accident, I can't control that. Okay,
Yeah.
but
Right.
yeah,
And it's bigger. You know, this project became bigger than me.
Yeah.
It became bigger than it. Then it's the community, right?
Yeah.
So it's people coming in here, you know, hopefully spending a bunch of money and then leaving.
Right.
You know, making our county better off.
Absolutely.
And Mason, it's a win for Mason County as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
In the
Well,
whole
you're
region.
right on the edge. Yeah.
Oh,
So
right.
if people are moving here, they're moving to Belfair.
That's right.
They're moving to Shelton. They're
yeah,
Yeah.
they are.
So probably 3 to 4 motorsports events
Okay.
and probably 10 to 15 concerts on an annual basis.
Nice. And then about
The rest of the
30
time,
to 40 nonprofit events.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, that's
at-
really going to jam the road
at
up.
500 people
Yeah.
at a time.
500,
Yeah.
yeah, you know, so some of them.
No
yeah,
pressure or
Yeah.
anything, Brian.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm in. I'm gonna pack every corner of your.
We did. So
Yeah.
we did drafts and drums.
Yes, we did.
So now we're going to do laughs and drums.
Oh, I like it.
Drums.
Yeah.
I
So
know
we
that.
really, Chris and I have been talking about that for
For
years.
quite-
and-
yeah.
You're going to still have the drafts too, right?
Oh, we're gonna be drafting. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Brian will be drafting right behind me. He can,
Right.
He's fast.
Yeah. Yeah. Draft is a 2 meaning word. Yeah.
Yes.
It's all figured out.
Yeah.
We have this
All right.
all figured
Yeah.
Perfect. Just let me know when.
Yeah.
I'll just show up. I don't have to do anything. I'll just show up.
out.
Jamie, there'll be appetizers and wine, so we're fine.
Done.
And half my appetizers have bacon on it, so we're fine.
Even better.
Yeah.
You don't put vegetables inside of them, do you?
No.
Thank you.
No cream cheese. And,
People put vegetables inside of bacon. They wrap bacon around vegetables.
yeah,
They
shame
think
on
bacon
them.
makes everything good, which
I mean, it
don't
kind of
know.
does,
No,
but still,
Yeah.
why would you want that? That's
No.
crazy.
No, only vegetable that goes with bacon is a tomato for the BLT.
Yeah. Well, a
Yeah.
little lettuce.
Yeah.
I'd like to
Okay.
invite you guys out to the site
I'd
next
love
time.
it.
So
And
that's
then-
what we'll
love
do
it.
Then I
next.
want to talk about STEM plans.
Yes.
And then
STEAM plans.
STEAM plans.
Nice.
That's right. So
STEM, science, technology, and
engineering.
engineering and math, and STEAM adds the arts.
Right.
Always should be STEAM.
That's awesome.
Right.
I love it. And
Yeah.
the whole community is just going to be lifted up by this.
I think so. Yeah. We're very forward thinking. You know, this project is a hybrid. So we're taking an event track, a private track, and a rental track and kind of combining all of it.
Awesome.
You know, and so our rentals will be more industry. They're not going to be
Oh.
compete with the other tracks that are regional here.
Yeah.
Perfect.
We want to raise
Float.
the tide.
Yeah.
All of it.
Float
you
them
know.
all. Oh, that's great.
Well, and so much of it, yes, so much of it is racing, but there's so much more. I mean, giving
Mhm.
C-Stock a theater,
Right.
a spot. I mean, they've been without for a little
Yeah.
while. So that's pretty incredible. And, you know, that's a great organization.
Right.
Yeah.
And so,
Mhm.
yeah, thank you for doing it.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
someone had
somebody had.
Yeah.
Somebody had to do
Well-
it.
Someone had to do it.
That's
Well,
awesome.
we sure appreciate it. And yeah, absolutely. When you're ready to break ground or just show us around or there's stakes or
Right.
whatever to see, we're in.
Yeah,
Awesome.
we're gonna keep this as just an ongoing show. That I think by the time we
Good.
open, I want about 24, different versions of the live that we're
Right.
gonna do on it, and keep you guys in the loop. If you have questions, go ahead and
Yeah.
see
type
what you're
them
doing
out.
over there. Type them out.
I have a team behind me. It's not me, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just a very small part of this actually, but I have Daniela, who's our director of sales. We work together daily. She's doing a great job on building our founding membership. We have a VP of sales in Pennsylvania, who does our corporate partnerships. We just signed one with Pepsi.
Yay!
Awesome.
Have you heard of them? They're pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we just did a very awesome deal with Pepsi. They're our
even
official
better.
beverage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And then the
Pepsi
Joel
is
Cohen,
okay.
Joel
Yeah.
Cohen Group in Boca Raton, Florida.
Holy.
He has
yeah.
motorsports engineers. He
Huh.
has, he has a team behind him. So it's all of us coming together. So
Wow,
yeah. So we're very.
that's really cool.
And
yeah,
that's
it's a
just the
professional
beginning.
effort.
So, I mean, you're going to have lots of future partners too. I'm
Yes.
sure there are
Yes,
lots.
we
of
have-
Which,
opportunities
if you're
for that.
thinking about it, this is time to start thinking about it.
That's
It's going
right.
to be opening before we know it. It'll
Mhm.
happen.
Right.
And
And
yeah,
if you want a condo where you can park all your cards underneath and watch them while you're
Yeah.
asleep,
Yes.
give Brian a call.
Yeah. We're doing reservations. We're
Yeah.
doing founding membership deposits only right
That's
now.
awesome.
Until we break escrow, which knock on wood will be later, probably third or fourth quarter of this year.
oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
So
Great news.
So we're doing deposits and so if you want to be involved, you can go to joincnw.com if you want to really nerd out and look at a lot of detail, you can go to circuitofthenorthwest.com. But you can find pretty much answers to all the questions on those websites. And then I'm available, Brian at circuitofthenorthwest.com.
Nice.
So yeah, have
Cool.
at it.
Well, we'll see what we can get for you, some more publicity out
Yay.
here, so you guys can,
Yes. Yeah.
you know, get out and get more people involved.
So excited!
Excellent.
What a great
Yeah.
show, Brian. I love you and love your
you too,
family.
man.
I mean,
Yeah.
just everybody that I touch in the Nielsen world is just your family, and I'm just so proud of the growth that is coming for all of us here in Kitsap.
Right.
And kudos to your team for the courage and conviction to take this on, and yay for the port for making it the way it's supposed to be. So
yeah, we want to just the quality of life in Kitsap.
Yeah.
I mean, we want to have a really, we want to make it as best as it can be.
That's awesome.
Well, you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
that,
Thank you
guys.
again
right.
for coming on again.
Yeah.
And
you, buddy.
Thank you.
soon we'll do this again.
Okay, I guess we're done.
I think we did it.
Yeah.
That was a lot of
Yeah.
for the electric
I know.
bikes. I'm ready for it.
Yeah. What are those?
Yeah.
Or you don't even hear them, kind of like
No.
little Prius,
Yeah,
right? You
exactly.
get run over by
Yeah,
the
get
Prius before
sneaky
you
and
hear
stuff. Hey, do some good out there in Kitsap and beyond, and we'll see you guys next Tuesday. Okay, that was Jamie. That's Brian. He's our guest. I was Chris. Thanks for playing with us today. Ta-da!